I will say one more thing. This is Amy, and this is my take. I think we all can see very clearly this comes up at election in an election year, the last election year. The Michigan liberal lawmakers did some other pretty rotten stuff to take away people's freedoms, and they actually, it's just so, I mean, we can see right through it. Like, we're not dumb. We know what's going on. People are trying to get elected into positions of even greater power. This is their power play. They think it will get them riding up to bigger positions. And the way to do that, according to a lot of liberals, not all, but a lot, is to bring down the hammer on conservatives and to regulate the tar out of them. And it makes me laugh, and I'm smiling because it's ironic, because the last election year that happened was when the Michigan liberal lawmakers shut down Michigan. They shut down and they caused everybody to homeschool. And now they're like, well, now we have to regulate homeschool. When they were the ones who forced everyone to homeschool, like, oh, homeschooling is dangerous, they might abuse their children. You forced everyone to homeschool for months. If you really thought that homeschooling is dangerous, why did you do it then? And don't even say that, oh, we didn't think of it. Yes, you did. It's not that you don't even think that homeschooling is dangerous. That's the thing. You know it's not dangerous. You know it's not a risk factor. You're just bringing down the hammer to raise your popularity. You shut down the entire state of Michigan. I heard one lawmaker recently in Michigan, I think he said, or I saw it online, and a liberal said, well, they're very isolated. Oh, they're isolated. 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 Do you remember the word isolated and how much you isolated everyone's children? Everyone's. And if you care about homeschooled children, if you care about children, you would not have isolated any of the children. Children did not do well during that time. Now, homeschooled children aren't even isolated. Like, I have to turn down opportunities to socialize because our calendar is too full. And so, but back during that time, about 3.5 years ago, I'll give you an example. You shut down a roller skating rink that we used to go to and have homeschool roller skating. And you made them close their doors for weeks or months, and they couldn't recover. And to this day, it's still closed down. And so now if we want to have homeschool get-togethers roller skating, we have to drive much farther away. So that's a bummer for us, not to mention the business owners, and I don't know them, I haven't talked to them, but I imagine it really stunk for them. How ridiculously unfair was that of the Michigan liberal lawmakers to that family that owned that business? This whole thing about, oh, homeschoolers are isolated and it's not good for people to homeschool, we have to regulate it. What? We just see right through it. You don't care about those issues. They sound nice. And so those are your talking points, because I know you could never come out and say, we really just don't like Christian conservatives, brainwashing their children. We think you're going to brainwash your children, and we don't like the things we know you teach your children. You can't say that publicly. Like, I get that, but I'm just telling you, I get that. We all know it. And, we'll address your concerns, or at least I will, but now other people are addressing your concerns too. But, I don't work with anybody. I'm not part of an organization. I'm just me. So I can say also what maybe other people can't. Like, I see right through it. And I think I know what's going on. I'm excited to talk to lawmakers this week, respectfully and politely, and hear from them. In case there's something else, you always want to hear both sides. But from what I've heard so far, the arguments you're making about, like, oh no, they're isolated, is a joke. That is a joke. You isolated the entire state of Michigan for months. And okay, I'll make another video. I have something else to say.